4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 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 ba ba ba. All right, we rolling. Freedom Phil out here, live from the wasteland. And what's the topic today? There's nothing worse than buying a phone and there's a bunch of preloaded apps that you remove. But it's even worse than that is when those apps that you can't remove randomly just pop up when you're trying to do something else. It's malware put onto your phone, and you got like a non, compliant. You got a jailbroke phone from the very beginning, to where you could put anything on it. If it's jailbroke, I shouldn't have to have the base model that has extra shit, unnecessary shit on there. Now, where am I going with this? Freedom Phil, like to subscribe. Let's get into it, and always turn up the video speed. And how do I say that? Because frankly, you should be watching videos faster. When I upload this, you should be watching at 1.75. Let's get into it. Yeah. I don't really like it. Subscribe. Yeah, it does piss me off. It is one of those things that annoys the shit out of me. I'm about to go outside and listen to, a video from some content producer I enjoy, Aaron Clarey video. And I'm not going to say I was throwing into full Raymond Thoughts and Minds mode. No. But this has happened a number of times before, and I try to, remove the app. I can't remove the app because it came with the phone. And they're like, nope, you can't remove this recorder app. By the way, the picture on this thing, yeah, that's the guy. I guess that must be the guy that made it or something. This dopey looking tech bro ass. Like, dude, seriously, you're just looking like a stupid fucking drug-addled fucking moron in the picture, just to remind people of, hey, I'm the one who made your day just a little bit worse. Was that the plan with that picture? Because I do like the idea of recorder apps, but I shouldn't get a pop-up randomly to remind me, do you want to set this up? No, I don't. This isn't the app I like using. Why are you even here? Why in the middle of my goddamn user experience for something else are you just randomly popping up? Because you're malware. Your app is malware that was pre-installed on this phone before I even fucking had a choice about it. You're like some sort of hereditary disease that my cell phone has. And I say part of the reason you go with a, jailbroke phone. I should say jailbroke. What is it? Unlocked, whatever, where basically it's not tied to any network. It should be the experience of, we are only putting the most basic of basics functional unit things on this phone. And past that, we're not doing it. And it's like when people talk about, like Aaron Clarey says this every once in a while, about the concept of like switching over, not concept, but reality of switching over your old computers to Linux and realizing that unless you're doing some high-end gaming stuff, most of the functions that most of us do on our computers could be done better with Linux. Less, like when they're like, you need to upgrade to this Windows, blah, 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 or the Microsoft, this, that. And translation, every time an update happens, it resets all your fucking settings. Oopsie, sorry. What's the goal? And I've said this before. Okay, another good example. My cell phone used to have a better version. Before the update, my, Bluetooth. My Bluetooth was better. My Bluetooth knew how to automatically connect without me having to do a bunch of extra shit. I turned on Bluetooth one touch. And it basically would go and turn on whatever Bluetooth device, and I could turn off whichever ones happened to be one too many. Like, say, there was two things on, so I just disconnect one. Not complicated. Now, and I don't know, do you guys get paid based on how much interaction the phone gets? The unit gets? Is that what it is? Do you somehow make money off how many times you annoy me of having to press the button over and over again? Now I turn on the Bluetooth. I have to push the thing done, telling you that, yes, I'm turning it on. What was one click is now three. And then even after that, I got to click again to get back into the Bluetooth to hook it up and say, go to this one because you're going to the one that's not even available. It used to just do it automatically. One click, Bluetooth, and it'd go to whichever one was activated at the time. So just X amount of months ago, less than a year, it worked better. We come back. What prompted this video? The stupid recorder app that I never downloaded onto my phone came pre with the phone that I've tried to get rid of, that I pause every once in a while, and it just turns on randomly, not recording, but it just throws its fucking little ad up in the middle of a YouTube video. Wow, man. Sure making my day better. You're sure convincing me that your products are anything but fucking shit. Like, you've ran out. I mean, I'm not the first to say this. Clary said this the other day. You already did everything you needed to do. You already made the products as good as they needed to be. Now you're just making them worse. Now you're just making them more annoying. And also, you'll still have a fucking job. And what is it? Let me put it like this. Maybe their attitude is, well, we paid good money to get our app onto your phone, and we want you using our premium service. Because they know the truth. Their overpriced, Silicon Valley app does the same thing as somebody from the other side of the world who made it for 2% of the price. They're like, oh yes, even if it's somebody from India that made the fucking recorder app, and who knows, maybe it's recording you, they made it for almost nothing. Some guy in his garage or in his, drinking his coffee in his home office made an app, and it's as good as your Silicon Valley shit. And so you have to force fuck your shit onto phones or onto computers. So then other people will be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll use it. Like, all I'm saying is it's just like business, and it comes back to what I've said before many a times. When they really want your money and there's competition, they give you great service. But when they've got the market cornered, or they force fuck you into something, just like with the government and taxes and all this other shit, like, I don't want to pay for some welfare kids. I don't want to pay for your bastard kids. I didn't make them. Are your bastard kids going to go mow my lawn when I'm off driving truck or I'm on the other side of the country? When I'm paying taxes to keep your life going, if somebody's showing, this is like kind of the joke with Israel. Okay. Oy vey, you going to show up and mow my lawn if you want me to take my taxes for your fucking bullshit over there? Why do I got to mow your lawn? Oy vey. Why do I got to pay taxes to this shit? And that's the thing. When they really want your money and they can't just take it from you, they give you great service. But when they've got something cornered in the market, they've already paid for it, it's already pre-fucking installed on your phone, they'll just annoy you. They'll act like it'll be the annoyance that you actually end up dealing with just to get on with your fucking day. And that's where the world is today. That is the modern life in a nutshell. And that's why when people start, see more people it's not really a major movement, but there are more people unplugging. Not completely, but they're just like, I'm just not going to do this as much, or I'm not going to do that as much. I'm going to go for a hike. I'm going to go fishing. I'm going to, go take a bike ride or something that involves life before the internet. They're going to go back to at least the early 90s and things they enjoyed back then. Hell, playing video games that are offline, for instance. Like, when I play some of the classic games that I enjoyed back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I got to be honest, the reason I like them is because the game was fucking finished. You bought a game, and it wasn't like, glitchy, like, remember how bad, like, Fallout 3 was a fun game, but there was some serious weirdness in that. Like, can you release a finished game, Bethesda? And now the idea of, like, when I played Final Fantasy 12 and I'm playing Chrono Cross right now, those games were finished when they released. It wasn't just expected that they'll release a buggy piece of shit and we all just have to endure it. We actually get to enjoy something that works. It fucking works. And that's where I look at the user experience between cell phones, computers, and all that other shit. And all the other shit. And I look at it and I think to myself, yeah, the guy on the picture of the thumbnail of this video, fuck that piece of shit. That guy made the world worse. Made the world worse. We had a world that was great. We hit that point where video apps were doing exactly what they needed to do. We didn't need to make them better. MP3 players were basically making everybody having their own library of music. We didn't need all these pay-for-services. You know, cars were pretty damn good. We don't need fucking, what was that movie from back in the day? Maximum Overdrive. Eventually it will happen. You get those automated vehicles, you will have maximum overdrive happen. Some nerd somewhere who needed to buy a supercar so Stacy will touch his peen, or so his wife gets a Range Rover, is why everything is less functional. And it's just like, I was about to go outside and just do a little baking. And I get this wonderful, painful reminder of why exactly I hate a lot of the modern world. Anyways, Freedom Phil, like, subscribe. Y'all have a great day. Peace.